I was in Scottsdale, Arizona recently at a seminar, and we had to do this exercise. It was about getting out of your comfort zone and doing things you wouldn't normally do. So we had to take a stranger to lunch. So there I was in Old Town Scottsdale, Arizona, trying to convince some stranger to go to lunch with me. And it wasn't going well. I mean, everyone I went up to thought I was trying to convert them to my religion. So I realized that I really didn't have an image in my mind of what I was trying to accomplish. And it was stopping me. So I sat down and I started to build this image in my mind. And I decided that I wanted to take a veteran to lunch. It would be easy to explain why I wanted to take somebody to lunch, and it would be a nice way to thank somebody for their service to the country. And I get this picture of this older man in my mind, and I see a cane. And the word Arizona pops into my head, but I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona, so whatever. So I get up, and I walk around the corner, and he's right in front of me. Yeah, it freaked me out a little bit too. And I noticed he was with 3 other people, and I started to walk away. Because I was supposed to take 1 person to lunch, not 4. And then I saw his cap. His cap said, USS Arizona. Yeah, I still get chills. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask this guy to lunch. So I went up and I said, I'd like to take you to lunch. He was like, why? I said, well, I've got a heart for veterans, and I just want to thank you for your service to country. He looked at me and said, well, my mom told me never turn down a free lunch. So we went inside, we ordered, and I asked him, his name was Jim. I said, Jim, were you on the Arizona, or did you know somebody on the Arizona? And he drew his breath in and he said, well, I was on the Arizona. And I'll never forget it, because I was on deck when the zeros started coming over us. And it felt like I could reach out and touch one. I was starting to really get into the story, and he said, and it was a torpedo dropped right in front of me, and it hit the side of the ship. But for some reason it didn't go off. It was just utter chaos. And a fire broke out on deck, and my clothes caught on fire. I ended up in the water. And as I was treading water, I watched the Arizona sink to the bottom of Pearl Harbor. Wow. I was just amazed. And the waiter came over and he brought the check. And I reached out and grabbed the check, and Jim reached out and he snatched it out of my hand. I was like, Jim, I told you I wanted to take you to lunch. He goes, yeah, I know what you said. So what? So I said, well, my mama told me never turn down a free lunch. Now, what did I learn from this? I'm still not sure, but I think it's that sometimes we build this picture in our minds. We get a vision of what we want to do, and it comes to us in an unexpected way, and we walk away from it. Like I almost did. And if I'd walked away, I would have missed out on one of the best hours of my life.